Hi, everyone. I'm Nicole Hercules. I am the chair of the Black Soccer Coaches Advocacy Group. I just want to welcome everyone to our Juneteenth seminar webinar celebration. We are so excited to have you all join us in celebrating Juneteenth. For those who are unaware of what Juneteenth is an annual holiday observing the end of slavery in the US, and it marks the date of June 19th, 1865, when news of the emancipation reached people in the deepest parts of the former Confederacy in Galveston, Texas. Juneteenth is now a federal holiday in the United States. On June 15th, 2021, the Senate unanimously passed the Juneteenth National Independence Day Act, establishing Juneteenth as a federal holiday. So today we do not only celebrate Juneteenth, we want to remind people that Juneteenth is not just for Black America. It's not just Black history. Juneteenth is American history. So just to let you guys know, it also just happens to be the 25th year of the Black Soccer Coaches Group. So we're looking forward to having conversations that continue to move us in a great momentum together. What I'm going to do now is just give you guys an exciting breakdown of the sessions that you're going to be able to partake in later today. We have a full day, a full roster of phenomenal coaches, phenomenal sessions, and you're going to enjoy, you're going to learn together. We're going to love this together. So the very first session that we have starting at noon is going to be a session on professional development, managing your career as a business. It's going to be featuring the amazing Mike Curry, a former Deloitte and Vanguard executive. We have Rob Smith, who is a high-level Nike executive. He's also the director of business development for the Academy Sports Complex. These guys are going to show you guys some best practices and a framework for successful coaches, both on and off the field. So you definitely don't want to miss that, because these guys are going to have some tips and some tidbits and a lot of expertise and insight to share with you. After that, at 1 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to have our HBCU panel. And this panel is all about creating opportunities for players and coaches. You're going to see and meet Kevin Larry, who's the head women's soccer coach at Alcorn State University. You're going to have Philip Zhao, former national team player, who's the head coach of Howard University. You're going to have Averick Parker from our strategic leadership team, who currently works for Opportune Sports as a director of sports partnerships. You're going to meet Jason Gross, who's the head coach at Trinity Washington University. Then we're going to have some of the guys who were around 25 years ago when we started our group. Keith Tucker, who's the founder and president of the Scholar Athlete Art Academy. He also was a former coach at Howard University, and he has some amazing stories on some dominant programs that he had while he was there. We're also going to hear from our founder, Lincoln Phillips. He's a former Trinidad and Tobago goalkeeper. He worked with many HBCU programs, especially Howard. He's been so successful. So we're looking forward to hearing his insight. After that, we're going to have a conversation about Black women in soccer. This is going to be an amazing conversation that's going to touch base on the intersections of race and gender. So we're excited to have this amazing conversation with strong, powerful Black women. It's going to be a session that everyone can relate to. So just because the word Black is in there, don't think that it can't be something that you can get some tidbits from. So I'm going to be in that session moderating. We're going to have the amazing Carla Thompson, a U.S. coach educator, Nikki Washington, former UNC, former youth national team player, one of the third only Black assistant coaches in the National Women's Soccer League. We're going to have Marcia Harper, who's the head coach at American University. Shalom Kimball, so who I see in the chat box shouting everyone out, will be on that session. She's a strategic leadership member. She's also on the LGBTQ group. She's with a program called Girls Unite that's doing amazing work. We're also going to have Kimberly Crabb, the first African-American woman to play on the U.S. national team. Her insight on what that experience was and the work that she continues to do in the community is going to be amazing. We also have Havana McIlvaine, who was a former player at Washington University and is out now an anti-racism educator. So be watching that session. That's going to be a good one. The last session that we have for the day is going to be called Minding Your Health Through Exercise and Nutrition. That's going to be hosted by Mauricio Wilson, who has this amazing podcast called The Crack with former national team player legends Nguchi Onyewu and DeMarcus Beasley. We also have Stacy Wilson, who will be on this panel. As many of you guys know, Stacy is all about sports performance. There's always amazing things that you learn from Stacy. And we'll also have Chioma Atanmo, the wellness coach, who does so much with professional athletes. She also works with Sporting Kansas City. She's going to do some amazing, amazing, amazing work with this session with Stacy Wilson and Mauricio Wilson. Now, for the last part of our day, guys, we want everyone to come together and celebrate with us. We're going to celebrate Juneteenth. We're going to celebrate 25 years as a Black soccer coaches organization. But this is for everyone to be a part of. This is for United Soccer Coaches to come together. We want all of the United Soccer Coaches family to know that we invite you to spend the day with us. This is not just for Black coaches. This is for all coaches to celebrate a part of American history and for the emancipation of slaves as it was all that time ago. But right now we're trying to work towards the emancipation of racism and discrimination in this country and especially in our game. And we all can have a hand in that. So those are the sessions that we have for you today. Our social is going to be at 4 o'clock. It's going to be a different link. So we're going to share it throughout the day in the chat. But what I'm going to say to you guys right now is that get in your seat, get a drink, get some food. Whenever you can join us, but make sure you come back in for the social at 4 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be great. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just give us a little time before we hop on to the first session, professional development at noon Eastern time with Mike Curry and Rob Smith. You're not going to want to miss it. And guys, I'm so thankful that you can join in with us. We're enjoying seeing you, engaging with you in the chat. Make sure you're really talkative. We want to learn and grow together. And I will see you guys all back here. I'll be watching with all of you at noon for the professional development session. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Take care. Bye.